Would you describe your own experience with Satyagraha in terms of where you learned about it? And
well, Gandhi can be called the father of nonviolence as a science for social change that can create positive effects, and that could well help the world to move towards justice and peace if it wanted to. And he's also the one who introduced about 1909 it was that he introduced the term nonviolence. So nonviolence is a 20th century word, though some authors are saying, you know, that much of the theory and practice of nonviolence is to be found in the written annals of human history, go way back. But the term nonviolence is a Gandhian intervention on describing at that time what he was trying to do in South Africa to stop the racist attacks upon the Indian community by the government. Then after he finished that major campaign, he didn't like to call what he was doing nonviolence, so he had a contest in which he asked for suggestions to the Indian community in South Africa. What should we call this? And from that he got suggestions for the two words which he put together to form Satyagraha. Satya meaning truth, but Gandhi also made the term God synonymous, and love synonymous, and spirit synonymous. He might have also gone so far as to say that faith is synonymous. And then Graha meaning tenacity, strength, firmness, force. So his translation is the one that I love, soul force.
Beautiful, soul force.
Soul force. Satyagraha. So in India, he talked about the Satyagrahi, meaning the people who practiced, and then the Satyagraha campaign, which meant soul force campaign.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
I have a friend in the 9/11 Truth movement. He started a group called Truth Action, and that was his version of Satyagraha. And what they do is every 11th around the whole world, different groups of people get out there and speak to people. And it sort of goes with what you're talking about, dogged persistence, right?
What you're calling, what you've said in your question tonight was very important. A lot of preaching and teaching in the United States in the church is teaching that will not be plain and straightforward and truthful. Oftentimes it's preaching that is done to hide the reality. There is another tradition in preaching. It was a major force in black preaching, but that is to speak plainly. The Quakers put a great deal of emphasis upon that, to spell it out like it is. And I found as a pastor that I felt as a pastor that I could not speak in a fashion that would hide the truth. Whether it was about the scriptures or dogma or about war or racism or sexism. So I tend to be I try to be a plain spoken.
I can tell, and I think that the people appreciate you for that. And I think about the murders of people like Martin Luther King Jr. and how deceptive they were done, and how decades after we find out that there were all of these types of hidden conspiracies and things like that, and that part of doing justice is the idea of speaking the truth even after the fact in many ways.
And if we cannot get a lot of the truth into the picture, we're going to deceive ourselves again and again, and we're going to lose our chance to really have a creative life.
Thank you, sir, so much. I appreciate your words. Thank you.